Right. Welcome. Where am I looking? Where am I looking right here? Okay, I'm looking right there. Welcome to what I'm going to call the debut premiere pilot episode of the Crypto White Belt Show. My name is Christian Printup. I'm going to be your host, and this is just me. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not even going to edit this video. I am literally just going to talk. I'm going to share my experience in the cryptocurrency, crypto asset market that dates back to late 2017. We'll get into that. We'll get into 2017, 2018, excuse me, how I became exposed to the market, how I got wrecked, soured a little bit, and how I came back to the market, and how I've taken the philosophy and the training that I've been learning through studying the art of jiu-jitsu and applying that to my investment strategy and the way that I look at the cryptocurrency market, right? The way I dive in. So everything in this series, I guess we'll call it a series, right? Because I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to keep doing it, no matter how. Like, it doesn't even matter if people watch this. I'm going to keep going because if there's one thing I know, it's that the more I do something, the better I get at it. It's really weird how that happens. And maybe you're like that as well. I've also found that the more I research, the more I study, the more comfortable I am, the more confident I am with, talking about certain things. And I felt like as I see more and more people talking about cryptocurrency, investing or buying cryptocurrencies, coins, a lot of it honestly was because of Dogecoin and everything, where you're seeing a lot of people become exposed to crypto that hadn't, in 2017 or 2018. Back then it was, and that still wasn't even the early days, of course, but it was still pretty early compared to now. So what I want to do is share my journey with you, and hopefully you can learn something from this, if not from me, but or if not from me, I should say, from some of the people that I'm also going to introduce you to, and going to share with you a lot of the content creators that I admire, that I look up to, that I have gained a lot of insight from, and I appreciate them. So everyone from BitBoy Crypto to Crypto NDO to Coach JV, Jason, Crypto Crow, Blockchain Boy on TikTok. That's my little homie right there. Not really, but he's a cool dude. And he responds when I message or, put a comment. So that's cool. I like that. And for everyone that's following me here from TikTok, thank you. Thank you so much, because one, we have an amazing community on TikTok. Everyone that is there and plays around with my channel, that single dad. I'm goofy. We all know that, right? But at the same time, that's TikTok, and this is YouTube, and this is the Crypto White Belt Show. So what we're going to do is basically, I'm going to tell, this is the who, what, why, where, when, all that. Okay. My name is Christian Printup, 47 years old, from Niagara Falls, New York, born and raised, moved out west, spent most of my adult life out west, really made my career, my name there. And then about 5 years ago, I returned to Western New York for work, and I'm super happy. And yeah. And in 2017, a coworker, if I didn't tell you, this is not going to be edited at all. This is like completely just wrong, right? So a coworker said, "Hey, you should get into, like, you should look at this Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever." You mentioned Coinbase, because at the time, Coinbase was like, it was still sort of new. I said, "Okay, well, I really don't know what you're talking about," but he was like, "I'm making money in this," and he was mining Bitcoin. And I said, "Okay, well, if you're making money, I'm cool with making money. If this was like October, November-ish of 2017. So it was around holiday time. And I was like, if I can make some money, cool. So I put a little bit of money in. I downloaded Coinbase first. That's the one thing I did. I downloaded Coinbase. I like Coinbase. I know a lot of people prefer Gemini or other exchanges. I like Coinbase for one reason. It's easy to use. And the crypto market itself, crypto assets, everything, the space can be really confusing. I don't need an exchange or that's also going to confuse me. You know what I mean? Like my whole thing is like try to cut down on the confusion. So I'm a Coinbase user, and I also use KuCoin, which is another exchange where you can find a lot of altcoins. That's something we'll get into later. Or I might not even get into that. I might just tell you that if you want to find out about KuCoin and different things like that, you might want to check out Crypto Wendy O. Subscribe to her channel, or BitBoy Crypto, who is the largest influencer on YouTube for crypto. And they'll give you all this stuff, right? So, but here, just like if you were coming into the gym and it was your first day of jujitsu and you're a white belt and you don't know anything, that's what this show is going to be for. Because in 2017, 2018, I didn't know anything, and I didn't have anyone that said, hey, you should do some research, you should check this out. I was completely blind, ignorant. I just thought, oh, it's like a game, like you just put some money in, now you're gonna make more money. Well, yeah, I put some money in, right, and it goes up like 4x, and then I didn't understand, I didn't know the market, I didn't realize that it's supposed to come down, like it has to correct. Corrections to the market is normal, it's healthy. You need it because you have to be able to find, there's certain times, there's like something called price discovery where, your price, if you played stocks and you understand that, right? Or invest in the stock market, you just not play, because you're not playing, it's money, you play around. You're going to test levels of resistance, you're going to find levels of support, in the charts, all those things, right? We'll get to that on another episode. I'll dive into some technical analysis. Not great at technical analysis. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm really just learning it. I'm more of a fundamental analysis guy, which means I read the news, I put two and two together, and I read a lot of the news that the average person just isn't willing to read, doesn't have the time, doesn't want to do it because it can be quite boring actually. So I read things like the World Economic Forum. I read white papers there. I pay attention to pay attention to what billionaires do. Pay attention to where the institutional investors are putting their money right now. Companies like MicroStrategy. If you're not familiar with MicroStrategy or Michael Saylor, they're one of the largest holders of Bitcoin now. They're institutional investors. Check that out. Okay, do some research there. You find out what they're doing. If there's one thing I've learned in life, it's that billionaires don't become billionaires by accident. Maybe some, maybe like the Beverly Hillbillies, some TV show, you hit oil and wow, there you go. But no, they're usually smart people that make smart decisions with their resources. So that's what I do. And on this show, which is obviously me rambling quite a bit, we're gonna get down to just the fundamentals. So again, it's the Crypto White Belt Show. It's like if you walk into a jiu-jitsu school on your first day as a white belt, it's gonna be overwhelming. It's gonna be so new to you. You're not gonna know what's going on. You don't even really understand what you're wearing. Maybe you do, but maybe that's a little exaggerated. But it's super overwhelming, right? So unless you have a coach or someone there that is willing to help you learn the fundamentals and the basics, it's hard to move on to the intermediate stuff and the advanced. It's actually impossible, really. You have to have the fundamentals. So on this show, what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on the fundamentals. We're going to break things down in like a 101 level. So after this episode, where I'm basically just kind of telling you what to expect in future episodes, each episode will feature one segment. So we might talk about blockchain in one show. We might talk about Bitcoin. We might break down Ethereum, Cardano. I'm definitely going to share with you a lot of the projects that I'm very excited about, and I'll share news about them and all that stuff. So we'll get into all that. Okay. The main reason why I started this show now is because I know for a fact that if I hadn't gotten scared in 2018, early 2018, when I jumped out of the market, because I saw the correction, I was like, oh, I can't afford to lose money. Like, I really don't want to lose my investment. So I ended up losing a little bit of my initial investment. But I got out, and then I got soured on it. I thought, well, this is not, like, crypto's not here to stay. It's not, it's I don't know what it was, forgot about it for a while. And then 2020 came around, and I started seeing some more things, and I started looking into it, and I started doing research, and I found out who BitBoy Crypto was, and I started to actually wrap my head around the space and what's going on. And I started to dive into like we talk about the World Economic Forum and these things. And then I start putting two and two together. There's so this isn't homework, but this is something I'm just going to suggest you read. I'm going to run through this in a later episode, but if you have time and you go to the World Economic Forum, they have a white paper on there that they published in 2018 that talks about the global economy in 2030. And it's really bullish on crypto and blockchain technology overall. Now, if you put a lot of stock in the World Economic Forum and all the people that are behind it, and they are some of the most influential and powerful people in the financial sector around the world, then that's a very telling white paper, in my opinion. And I do place a lot of value in what those people, the people that, these people that they're heads of state, they're involved with the central banks, just real heavy hitters in the world of finance around, in the global economy. And when you read that white paper, it is a very, very telling paper in terms of the future of blockchain technology, digital ledger technology. That's another thing we're going to talk about, digital ledger technology, DLTs. We'll talk about that in the future as well. There's a lot in there that they might not, it's like they don't come right out and say it, but in some ways they actually do. And so that's why I've never been more bullish on the cryptocurrency, crypto asset. I gotta say crypto assets. Say cryptocurrency, because some are currencies, some are assets, and there's a difference. We'll get into that in the future too. But basically, we're gonna break down the market. Like, we're gonna take things down to the lowest common denominator. And really what I want to do is just be able to give you some information to go out and then do your own research. Nothing I ever say will be financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not nothing with finance. I am an entertainment executive in the gaming industry for the most part. And in a past life, I've also spent time as an executive in the mixed martial arts industry. If you're familiar with Bellator, MMA, I was their head of operations for 4 years. You can watch them on Showtime, and you should watch them because they're some of the best fighters in the world. All right. Shameless plug for my friends and my ex-employers at Viacom. What else did well, my name's Christian. I'm a blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and I'm a blue belt in crypto, I would say. And if you're watching this for your first time and you have never invested in crypto yet, you're a white belt. So this is the perfect show for you, because I'm going to make things a little easier for you to get started. Okay. It's not going to be really super easy, because anytime you're learning something new, there's a learning curve, and we're all really learning this at the same time. And it's not just us, like regulators, governments, everyone is adopting and learning more about cryptocurrency, blockchain technology. El Salvador as a country just declared Bitcoin legal tender not too long ago, like within the last 2 weeks. There's talk of Paraguay going next. There is talk of India looking at it. Digital currency is definitely not going away. It's only going to evolve. And if you read the white paper that I'm going to run through in an episode, I'm going to run through the white paper. Okay. You'll see that they clearly mention central banks and digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies, we call them CBDCs, and they're already out there. They're already they've been in development in China for years. And it's just, we're moving to a cashless society in total. Like, who knows when it's really gonna happen. I personally do think that by 2030 we'll be mostly cashless. But you never know. But at any rate, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video. I know this is not my best video ever. This is just like, get it out there, let people know what we're going to do, what we're going to talk about. And in episode 1, which will come out next week, we'll really dive into that. We'll dive into something. The first thing we're going to talk about is, what is Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? Because that's the big one. Bitcoin is the big thing. Matter of fact, let's put my shirt here. I love this shirt. Yes. Run BTC, baby. I love Bitcoin. I love it as a store of value. I don't sell my Bitcoin. I as we say, I hodl it. HODL, hold on for dear life. There are a lot of people out there that want you to sell your Bitcoin. They're going to scare you. The price is going to drop, and they want the institutional investors and the elites want every fraction of Bitcoin that they possibly can get, right? And they'll come out and tell you. They'll just come out and tell you, yeah, we're trying to get as much as we can. And because they know over time, it's only going to increase in value. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. It's a hedge against the US dollar. There's so much going on right now in the global economy. And just like this is 2021, if you think that you're late to the party and you can't create generational wealth, or you can't create any kind of residual income, passive income, extra income, pay your house off, buy a car, whatever you want to do, invest for the future. That's really what I'm about. I'm not about things. I'm about plans for the future and like how I can use resources to help better the community around me. But that's not to say that I don't aspire to, maybe, no, actually, I don't aspire for material things. I really don't. I'm I'm like a minimalist. I really am. So if I have enough to live and I can do jujitsu, and preferably I'm near a beach and there's like really nice fruit and water and stuff, I'm good. So I don't know why I even mentioned that. It's like completely random. Anyways, thank you so much. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Again, my name is Christian. This is the Crypto White Belt Show. It's going to be your weekly go-to to learn the crypto asset and cryptocurrency markets in a fun way, in a fun way. I am obviously it's only a matter of time before I'm considered the most charming crypto influencer on YouTube. I'm, sorry, Ben, but I am coming for that spot. And I just appreciate you. I appreciate you. And I don't want to see you make the same mistakes I do, because whether you get into crypto or not, if you do it, I just want you to do it the right way and not the way I first did. Okay. So I'm going to share my life lessons with you, and we're going to break things down, and we're going to have fun in the process. All right. I'm going to put some links into the comments here, and hopefully they will help you. Okay. I'm only trying to point you in the directions. I'm not trying to really tell you. I'm definitely not trying to tell you what to do. I just want to make sure that anyone that has any interest in crypto at all knows where to go to find the best information possible. Okay. And help you avoid, unfortunate situations or becoming overextended or anything. There's so much to talk about. There's so much to talk about. And I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to you all more, to get to know you, to create our little community here on YouTube. It's going to be a lot of fun. This is the first video that is not me doing jiu-jitsu on my channel. So I'm excited about that. Again, thank you all so much. I will see you next week. I'll also be going live once a week here and on TikTok for the Crypto White Belt Show. And we'll talk about that later too. Okay. Yeah, that's it for now. Okay. I'm out. This is Christian. This is the Crypto White Belt Show. Thank you so much for being here. Us.